Hey guys, so this is going to be a reading for Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. This was requested, so we're going to check in on them, see how they're doing. So first thing that I get here is we have the Devil card. That's telling me once again that they are still hooking up with each other. Now, what's interesting is it's right next to the Justice card. This kind of is indicating that I'm not getting necessarily that they're legally married yet, but I do feel like either they could possibly get legally married again in the future, or it would be like that they were like common law married, where they would be together but not actually get married to each other legally. So there's that sort of situation. Now, what up here, what's interesting is this card to me is representing Ben, and he has like this is kind of like the card of difficult work. And so number one, it tells me that he is hard at work, so he's doing a lot of probably movie making type of work, but also it's next to this card. This card is like kind of the defense card to me, so it's saying that he finds it difficult to kind of keep like the media, the gossipers, things like that away, so or at bay. So he is having still a hard time with the paparazzi, the media. He really just hates it. That's kind of the bottom line, and he finds it difficult to deal with. Now, what's interesting here is we have sort of a good transformation or a good ending to something that's coming, and it's coming quickly for them. So to me, that might indicate maybe keeping themselves a secret might come to an end. So they might come out and say, like, we're back together. So that could occur. I mean, that also could indicate something more deeper, like that they just decide to get back together, and like they're not necessarily maybe telling the world, but like that's like it would be like a good ending would be like that they were ending their separation or something like that. But like I said all along, like I don't necessarily feel like they really like separated, if that makes sense. Like I've always gotten that at least like they probably were still hooking up. So but so it could be like I said, like an ending to maybe keeping it a secret or something like that. Because also we have this card. This card is kind of indicating that it would be like they are kind of re-engaging with the world. You know, this person's holding the world. This is also sort of like a waiting for your ships to come in type of card. So and it's also making a decision. So it's and it's not just a decision, it's a like taking action. So making the choice to take action. And so they might actually, that's kind of what it's really indicating to me, is that like they might come out and say that we're back together, or maybe even that they might get remarried. But I mean, that's what I'm getting from these cards. She still would have to deal with Ben's issues with paparazzi and the media and things like that. I think, you know, from past readings I've done, and sort of what this tells me is that I think that there is a lot more private scenario surrounding them now. So I think that if they did come out and say that they were back together, they would be much more guarded and not maybe letting people in on their love life as much as they have in the past. It's just too much for Ben to deal with. So I think that is, something that she would have to agree to, basically, to not be so open and letting people in and that sort of thing. So I'll ask the cards if they are living with each other right now. I think these cards indicate to me that it could be sort of part-time. It could be more so that, like, they will decide to live with each other in the future, or, more full-time. But one thing that these cards indicate to me is that they do need to sort of work out their differences when it comes to living with each other. So what I see is that I think what they realized on this, the last time that they were together, is that they had very different ideas of kind of how to run a household, and then also very different ideas of where they wanted to live. And I do remember seeing, like, video when they were house hunting of, like, Ben being very annoyed and, like, slamming the door and stuff. I mean, that might not have been in regards to her, but it just seemed like they definitely have different ideas. So it could be that, like, she wanted something lavish and he didn't, or I remember there was a reading a long time ago where I kept getting that, like, he wanted to live, like, with animals, and that could be, like, dogs, or, and I kept getting, like, horses and things like that. So, and she might not be, like, an animal person. So these are the types of things that, you would have to, like, agree to, or work out in a way that everybody's happy. So that's definitely something that they would have to work on, for sure. Let's see. I'll ask the cards more directly if they are going to get married again. Okay, so I do feel like from these cards that he's going to propose. She's going to be a little bit worried about it, accepting the choice, because this is, like, kind of, the Knight of Wands is, like, kind of an immature person rushing in, the old saying of fools rush in. So it's like he's rushing in, he's proposing, she's, like, has to make a choice, she has to make the decision. Is it yes or no? And she's worried about it. She's like, oh God, should we go here again? So that's interesting. It's like, it feels like they've gotten to a good place. So maybe they're, like, kind of secretly seeing each other, hooking up, and they're in a good place, and now he's feeling the love, and he's like, I gotta be with you again, like, let's do this again, and she's kind of going, I don't know, we're, like, don't fix what isn't broken, so that's definitely something that they're gonna have to wrestle with. Last cards, what do the kids think about it? Well, from these cards, I feel that they see them working on it together, and they feel like it's much more solid this time around. That it's a better connection, better. There's also, because we have the turtle here, so that's, like, saying to me that they felt like they moved too quickly in the past, and now it's like they've taken more time to work on things and get to a good place, and so the kids appreciate them taking their time with it and building something more solid. The reason why I'm getting the word solid is because, like, these are like statues, you know, which means like it's sturdy, solid, that they're building something that can't, you know, be broken or or crumble down. It's like something that's something that could stand the test of time. Also, because we have the sword, the King of Swords, it's also showing that the kids appreciate that there's better communication between them. So that could mean that, like, maybe they went to couples therapy with each other in order to figure out their communication styles. So yeah, I think one more question I have is, are they going to work together again? I actually do see that they could work together again. It's definitely going to be on like a passion project. I think Ben's definitely going to be putting up some of the money for it. It's actually going to be very well received. They could play... I do feel like they would both act in it. And I feel like they could play maybe like old friends. They could play love interests, but it feels more like old friends or maybe even siblings. Something, because we have this too playful. So it's either like people that have puppy love, or it's like they're siblings or friends in the movie. And it will be a tearjerker of a movie. Like, it will be a dramatic film. It's going to be very well received. Like, a lot of people are going to like it. It's going to get a lot of praise. So yeah, okay, that's the reading. I hope you guys liked it, and please let me know if there's any celebrities you'd like to see me do a video on, and please like, comment, share, and subscribe, to see more content. And thank you so much for watching my videos.